weirdly, a little bit Tarantino style. We're starting at the end today. If you know, you know. If you're into Tarantino movies, you know. This is the end of the video, but really it's the beginning. Today, I'm just going to show you across a couple of days, little things that I decided to capture for you all that were moments throughout the last few days. Here it is. You will all be glad to know that I am actually going to clean this mirror. It gets dirty pretty fast because I've said before our bathroom is so steamy. My partner Johnny brushes his teeth in front of this mirror instead of standing over there, and it ends up with stuff all over it quite quickly. But I am going to clean this mirror, but I just can't be bothered cleaning it every day. Anyway, since the last video, my mum has obviously taken a lot of our possessions, and well, because she needs it for a houseboat. And this is where we are now hanging our laundry. But this is the one thing that I am also still needing to take to the charity shop, because there's only so much I can carry at once. So I'm taking these linen baskets plus Zala's pet carrier because she has outgrown it. She's a little bit too tall for that now, so we will have to get her some kind of harder one if we decide to take her on a flight ever with us. And a lot of the regulations actually want you to have kind of firm surroundings now, as in not fabric made of like either plastic or metal. So we might as well get rid of that anyway. So we're going to take that to the charity shop. And because my mum has taken just about all our ceramics, because we wanted her to have them, because they're all green, and obviously her theme for her new houseboat that we are potentially going to share with her is a lily pad or lotus, and it's all going to be sage green. That is obviously my favourite colour. I think my mum might have picked that because she wants me to really love it as well, which I think is quite sweet. And yeah, so they might as well go there, because at some point we'd have had to get rid of them anyway. However, we do need at least one thing to eat from. So today I am going to go look for just like one plate to thrift, as in one each for me and my partner. And that is it. So I'm going to take you guys to town with me. So let's go. This is one of the largest thrift stores in our town, so I'm just going to see if they've got any bowls or plates, as in veg bowl. So none of them kind of look the right size for what I need. So you know where I'm going to go. I'm going to go to TK Maxx. That is the second option if it is not available to be thrifted, because it is quite cheap. It's about, usually you can get a plate for sort of £2 or £3 in TK Maxx, and they might have a veg bowl for us. So now guys, whenever I come out, I bring a tape measure in my pocket because our cupboards are only 19 centimetres deep. So I don't want to make that mistake again of buying something that is too big and therefore useless. So let me have a look. These are a little bit too small. And these are a little bit too big. I feel like Goldilocks. I need something in between. This might be nice for veg, but I don't feel it really fits what we've got. So we're going to keep looking. I nearly thought about this. That's actually technically a plant pot for the veg. I like how rustic it looks, but I'm not sure. I might come back for it. We're going to go back to B&M for something, as we say, cheap and cheerful. For probably just £1 or £2 to just get us over this last bit of transitional period, having given all the nice stuff to my mum for our sage green or pea green houseboat. If you all know the poem, the owl and the pussycat went to sea on a beautiful pea green boat, you'll know what I'm talking about. Right, let's go back to B&M. So guys, I'm just on my way down the back alleys to our version of a dollar store, because I decided that after looking at those plates as well, there's really not the correct size that I want. Basically, they jump up in size from a side plate of about 17 centimetres to 26 centimetres, which is slightly too big for our cupboard. So I need something around 22 centimetres. There appears to be no mid-size plates, but that is what we're looking for. So we'll have a last little look in the dollar store equivalent. So guys, there's absolutely no luck in there. They basically just had very, very thin porcelain plates, which I don't really like. Even if it's for a short term, I don't even want them. So that's all they had in there. And yeah, I might have a look possibly at the Marks and Spencer's homeware, or go back to B&M another day for the other plates. Because like I said, we don't know what kind of timeline we're on for potentially moving to share the houseboat with my mum as a base, and then travelling off from there while we take it in turn, take it in turn to look after the dogs here in between travelling. Or we can get obviously pet passports and drive to places potentially that we want, or animal health certificates with the dogs. But we're not sure how all that is going at the moment. So yeah, we don't know what timeline we're on. So I do want to be comfortable while I'm here, but I took it as an opportunity because my mum wants all the boat to be green, to give her all her green, or all our green crockery that we're all supposed going to share eventually. And yeah, and then it cuts down that problem later, because anything we basically have left in the home now will be just given to charity when we go. And as you may have seen, the charity or thrift stores here are, I think, a little bit more eco-friendly. They do find ways to sell them on and make money for charity, providing they are clean and useful. And we have a lot in our town. In fact, half the stores on the high street are charity shops. For instance, this one just opposite Marks and Spencer is a PDSA, which is another one for animals. So all the profits go to helping animals. That's just that one over there, as you may be able to see. But we're going in here, as I need groceries as usual, because we have to get our groceries every other day with not currently having a vehicle. So some days when I come to M&S, I don't actually have a mental shopping list, and I just look for what's on offer or in season. One of my absolute favourite cheeses is the Gorgonzola, and this is made with pasteurised milk. I absolutely love it, but not today. We do limit our dairy. But my favourite English cheese is here, Stilton. And you may all watch Wallace and Gromit. You may have all heard of Wallace and Gromit. Well, their favourite cheese is Wensleydale, which is actually made here in Yorkshire. And have they got any in today? Let's have a look. I don't think they've got any Wensleydale in, have they? Ah, there we go. Wensleydale.
Wallace and Gromit's favourite cheese, and this one it actually says it was made in Shropshire, but originally it was made in Yorkshire. And as you all probably know, I am rather partial to Greek feta, and it can actually only be called Greek feta and not Greek style cheese if it was made in Greece. So the fact that they are calling it this must mean that it was made in Greece. Yes, made in Alimeros. It's only Greek feta if it is from Greece. The UK's most responsibly sourced milk. I think I might treat myself to some of these olive ciabatta breads, which will be very nice with the tuna niçoise salad. Johnny absolutely loves the Marks and Spencer's coleslaw, so I got that for him. They also do very good sourdough bread in here. Let's go to check they haven't got any of that reduced. Those pistachio donuts look very nice, but I'm in a savoury mood today. Let's go check the sandwiches or sushi. So vegetable sushi, $2.44. Hummus sandwiches, salt and pepper sandwiches. Might get one of them. Right, I'm going to go pay today because I don't think there are much more. So, yeah, in the summer they do actually do the strawberry sandwiches like you get in Japan normally. But they appear to have sold out today, or they've stopped doing it because we are nearing the end of the summer. But I'm going to go pay for this selection of stuff. So all that came to $13.52, which is about $16. And I got Johnny the salt and pepper chicken wrap to go with his coleslaw. So we've kind of got enough food for our dinner and also our lunch tomorrow before I come back out and probably go back to B&M to get the plates and probably have to get a little bit more, a bit more food. We only have enough food really to last us 1 or 2 days, but you know, I walk out. It's good exercise, and I am now walking back home. Zala and I have just got back, and we're having one of our easy peeler oranges, which were only £1.50. I don't know whether some of you saw that. By the way, guys, that cushion is not living there. It's just there for now. As are our curtains that are just blocking out the sun really because it's so hot. When they're not in use, they're just folded up and in our blanket box. So Zala is a unique little doggy who absolutely loves all fruit, obviously, except for grapes, because they are just about the only fruit that is poisonous to dogs. So we give her a little bit of everything else because she likes it. Don't you, darling? She does. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Zala and I are on our way to get coffee this morning, but there are not many places open because, well, it's quite early, so we have limited choices. So no judgments, guys. As you perhaps saw in some of the earlier vlogs, I have been to some of the independent coffee shops in these vlogs, so I was just having a wee. But today, guys, it is Starbucks, because Starbucks and Costa are also one of the few coffee shops that open at about 6 o'clock in the morning, whereas a lot of the independent ones, because obviously they don't have many people running them in general in our town, they're sort of family run, they don't open till about 9 a.m. I absolutely love when it's this quiet in the morning, although Starbucks does look a little bit busier because, like I said, it's one of the few places that are open, along with McDonald's, but dogs aren't allowed in there. So in we go. Are we going in, Zala? Do you not want it yet? Don't want it yet. She's too busy watching things. Zala. Zala and I are now going to the park on our crescent, i.e. the crescent of our town. I often say that this crescent reminds me of the one in Bath. In the spring, this park is absolutely filled with cherry blossoms, which is rather beautiful. But here is the crescent, as in the houses, the house crescent, poking out under the tree, but you can really only see the true sort of curved angle if you stand at that end and look down. It looks like the crescent from the scene in the Oliver Twist movie. Also, as you can see, I have made some friends with some ravens, and they recognise me and Zala and follow us around the park. So now I feel like I have to give them things. They all follow me. They follow me home. Apparently, corvids, as in crows, ravens, blackbirds, they are the 4th cleverest animal on Earth. Only coming after, I think it is, let me get this right, dolphins, elephants, and I think then it's them. Obviously, we are first, or so we think. Or so we think, because other animals can't speak. But yeah, and then I think soon after that it is rats, believe it or not. I'll give you all a list. This is the other end of the crescent. And all them ravens, they're all waiting for me. Or technically, if they were crows, it would be a murder of crows. They're kind of in between the ravens here. We have very small ravens, which almost sometimes makes it debatable whether they are crows. But in general, the ravens in England are quite small, say compared to how big they are in Iceland. We were very shocked. The ravens in Iceland are probably as big as Zala, which was quite frightening, I have to say. They look like they could have eaten you. This is the art gallery, and just next door we have the Buddhist retreat or monastery that they've kind of used and created in the building. Obviously it wasn't purpose built. It used to be a big mansion house back in the early 1800s, and actually I think it was King Edward the 7th once came to stay there and come hunting in the grounds. He's gonna follow me all the way home. There they are, watching me, trying to talk to me. There he is, waiting for me. Oh, 2 of them are waiting for me. Oh no, 3 of them. These 3 are very persistent. And Zala and I are just heading home for me to go do some editing.
Go here then. Now then, do you want your treat? Do you want your treat? You want it? Okay then. You can have your treat. Good girl. You can hear Zala chomping an ice cube in the background, but I'm going to settle down now for the morning, edit a bit of this vlog that you've all been watching, and also a video for my travel channel as well, before I do some work, writing, editing. So it's all editing. I'm going to do that for a few hours. I do not currently know how long this video is, but I'm getting the feeling it might be getting a bit long. So I will say see you later. I will show you more in the next video. I know that I told you all that I would show you what plates I was going to get in the last vlog, or even earlier in this vlog. I'm getting confused. But I've decided that I'm actually going to go back later today to Marks and Spencer's, where I have seen some reasonably priced, budget-friendly plates that are actually quite nice to take us over the last bit of time that we are here in this property, while all the good stuff goes to my mum's houseboat that eventually we intend to share as our UK base while we all go off to various places travelling. And my mum goes to her home in France or her property in Greece. So yeah, that's all gone to the pea green, sage green boat. And I did tell you all, or I think I told you all, I might finish with that poem if none of you have ever seen or read it before, because it is a treat. So we'll end there. See you all later. Bye.